Now, everything old is new again. America's entertainment pop culture talk show with Douglas Viviani and David Cohen.
Welcome to Everything Old is New Again. This is Douglas Viviani with the rather intense David Cohen. Why are you so intense, David?
Well, because apparently I have a challenger on the air with us to challenge my title to the most trivial knowledge game in the world, which is...
Well, I'll tell you what. Coming off of last week's show, where we celebrated the TV game show and its strong comeback, this week it's time for Everything Old is New Again, TV theme song game show. And then we're going to call it, you said what?
Part 2.
Correct. We have a special guest who's thrown down the gauntlet and challenged our own David Cohen to a contest of wills. Everything Old is New Again is currently broadcast over, you realize this, 31 stations in 26 states in the U.S. and growing. This week, we have the pleasure of welcoming the owner, general manager, morning host of Amador County's own KVGC, which is heard on 1340 AM and 996.5 FM radio, located in Jackson, California, where you can find Everything Old is New Again broadcast Saturday and Sunday nights at 6 o'clock. Welcome, Jim Guidi.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. He brings us...
We have a studio audience today, so this is a little East Coast, West Coast throwdown here today.
I like that. He brought his own clips. How about that? Jim, give us just a smidge before we start the game here, as they do, of your history, because you've got a long history in broadcasting, if I understand.
Oh, you know, I started in broadcasting, believe it or not, when I was 5 years old. My brother built me a radio station out of cardboard boxes. And since the time I was 5 years old, he was, babysitting me over summer vacation. My brother's older than I am. And I knew from that point that I wanted to be in radio. And so I spent the rest of my childhood and adulthood doing what everybody else wanted me to do, and that was to become a teacher. So when it was time to go to college, I went off to become a teacher. And in my fourth year, when I was getting ready to go into my fifth year of the credential program, I said, you know what? This is not what I want to do. I want to be in radio. So I went to the local radio station. Back then, there were local radio stations in towns where people could get weekend jobs and part-time jobs. And I started doing a weekend gig and eventually ended up owning the station. So that's how I got into radio.
That's awesome. That's great.
I did the same thing. It's great to know what you want early on. It took me till I was 50 years old to figure that out, to start up Everything Old is New Again.
And I had to find out from Doug what my dream was when he asked me to join him on the show. So,
which was what? To be our sidekick.
To be a sidekick. That's what I was born to do.
Or co-host, we should say.
Born to be second.
All right. So now that we've gotten to know each other a smidge, and we're going to have an in-depth interview with Jim next week to talk about radio and behind the scenes of radio and the future of radio. But right now it's time for the game show. Let's look at the genesis of the challenge, though, first. Where did this challenge come from? There was a show a little ways back we did a best of where we had a guest host, Barbecue Guy with Fondue Guy. And, let's just tune in to hear the gauntlet being thrown down for today.
So last week, Loretta, she was a good sport, but couldn't beat Dave.
She really held her own for quite a while. It was a lot of fun, but Dave did win, so the challenge is still out there for you, Jim.
I'm ready to go, because I was sitting listening to when you first started the contest. I was just boom, 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 boom. But, I'm ready to go.
All right, this guy knew all the answers. That guy, Dave, and Loretta had a problem in the beginning.
Oh, I agree. Plus, you can't believe that this man was able to name all of that. I mean, he says he did, but we don't have proof of that.
Well, listen, do me a favor. Bring back a message to that Fondue Guy. This guy, Jim, will have him on the show one day. We'll do a little contest. Him versus your buddy, Dave, a little competition.
I think, as you would say in your world, it's on.
There we go.
I think I speak for the entire listening audience when I say, what was that we just heard? I have no idea.
That was a clip of our best of show where our guest hosts threw down the gauntlet, and so there it is. So we are... Did you file that, Jim, or no?
But here we are.
So I don't know what I've gotten myself into.
Bottom line, look at first section here. We're going to play Name That Tune. We're going to play a TV theme song. Now, you're going to each have the opportunity to challenge each other, either saying that you can know the song in 9 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, or 1 second. So you're each going to challenge. So, David, if you say, I can name that song in 5 seconds, if Jim wants you to name that song, he'll say, name that tune. If not, if he wants to say, well, I can name that song in 3 seconds, he'll say that, and you'll challenge him.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So each contestant will have that opportunity. Once we do that, if you get the song, you will get 1 point. If you don't get the song, the other person will have the next increment up. If you tried to get the song in 3 seconds, the next person, if you missed it, the next section will be 5 seconds. The person that challenged you has the opportunity to get that song and will also get 1 point. So that's how we'll play it, and we're going to have some fun right off the bat with...
Now, David, remember, I'm old and hard of hearing, so go easy on me.
That makes 3 of us. So
what was that?
That makes 3 of us, Doug said.
Well, he's hard of hearing.
I've been awake for the last 134 hours doing nothing but listening to show tunes. So I'm ready.
All right, we only have 3 minutes left for this section. We're going to carry over, of course, but let's begin. My engineer is going to be Mike. So if you hear my name calling out to Mike, Mike, let's try with the first one. Now the question is, I'll give it to David first. The first one is a theme song from a show back in the '60s, and we'll just leave it at that for now. You have the opportunity. You want to name that song in 9 seconds?
Sure, 9 seconds.
Jim?
8 seconds.
Well, it'd be 9, 7, 5, 3, or 1. Odd numbers. So 7 seconds?
7.
I'll say 5.
Interesting. Jim, you want to go for 3?
Name it.
You're going to name it in 5. So we've got 5 seconds on number 1, Mike.
Addams Family.
All right, so there's 1 point for David.
It's too easy, though.
Well, we got to start off easy. I wanted to make... All right, the next present.
I like this game.
Fine.
All right, the next song is a song from the 60s, and it is going to be a song for a cartoon show from the 60s. David?
Okay, I'll do 9 seconds.
Jim?
7 seconds.
I'll 5. 5.
3.
Interesting.
All right, go for it, Jim.
All right,
okay.
3 seconds. What do you got?
I can't hear it.
Oh, can't hear it. Try it again.
Archie's.
The Archies. There we go. All right. Second point for Jim. All right, we'll go straight forward. The next one is a Saturday morning show in the 60s. Jim?
3 seconds.
Interesting. Goes right to 3.
All right, go for it again, Jim.
All right, let's hear it. Jim?
The Banana Split.
There we go.
Nice.
He is on fire, this guy. 3-1. All right, let's go. We're going to continue with now the sitcom from the 90s. Jim?
9 seconds.
Okay. David?
All right, I got to catch up here. I'll say 3 seconds.
All right.
Name it.
Name that song.
Friends.
Everybody knows that one.
All right, well, there's got to be some easy ones in there. There's got to be some easy ones. All right, so this is the last one for this section is a late night show, late night talk show. And who just won that? Jim, you had the opportunity.
No, David won it.
Oh, David, you have the, go ahead.
Yeah, David.
So is it late a talk show?
Yes.
Okay. 7? Can I say 7
Sure
seconds?
you can. Okay. Jim.
5.
5.
All right, I'll do 3.
Jim.
Name it.
Name it in 3.
That's
Yes.
Jimmy Fallon.
There you go. All right, so we got a tie game, 3-3. We're
right.
getting there. All right, we're here on Everything Old is New again, the game show of game shows that you'll never forget. Come on back right after these commercial break on Everything Old is New again. Listen to that sound. Listen to that applause. I love it.
You're listening to Everything Old is New Again, America's entertainment pop culture talk show with Douglas Viviani and David Cohen.
Welcome back to Everything Old is New Again. This is Douglas Viviani, and I'm moderating here the challenge of Jim Guidi, our morning man in KVGC, Jackson, California, has challenged young David Cohen of Everything Old is New Again to a trivia contest of parts. And right now we are going to go into what would you say? It's not a song. We're going to go into a game that's called Sing the Next Line. We're going to play the beginning of a TV theme song, and you're going to need to sing the next line to get the point. If you miss it, the other person will have the opportunity to fill in the blanks for the point. Right now, David Cohen has 5 points. Jim Guidi has 4. Jim, welcome back.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Who's
Mike,
this for?
This is now going to be for David because you have the lead and you're in control. Can you play number 3, Mike, on... we'll start from there. From Sing the Next Line.
The end of the Civil War was near when quite accidentally.
Yes.
Our hero abruptly sneezed.
And?
Reverse the retreat into victory.
All right, close. Let's play the let's play the whole thing, Mike. Let's see how close you got.
The end of the Civil War was near when quite accidentally a hero who sneezed abruptly ceased retreat and reversed it to victory. His medal.
Who was the star of that? Was that Ken Berry?
Ken Berry.
Sure was.
Yeah,
and Larry Storch was Agarn, who I met at a signing, and he is about, I would say, 85 years old, and he sits down and signs. He has the original hat from Corporal Agarn on his head, and he sits there with a big smile. He's the nicest guy on the planet. And I mean, he's not an Oscar award-winning guy, but I mean, it's interesting to see a hero, so to speak, of yours from all these years ago at a convention with the original hat.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, Jim, you have this.
I'm getting homered here. I can feel this right now.
No, this is your opportunity, Jim. Let's go. This is a sitcom from the '60s. You'll know this immediately. Try to think of the next line.
Okay.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
That started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship.
Absolutely perfect. We don't even need to play the answer because that is the answer. David Cohen, we'll throw it back to you now. This is a show from the 70s, but it's a reflection of the 50s. I don't know if you'll know it right away, but I don't think you're going to know the next line. Go for it.
My gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. So right, it can't be wrong.
Rockin' and rollin' all day long.
Ah, very nice.
No.
Let's
I'm
see
wrong?
it. Play the answer,
I'm wrong.
Mike. Play the
It's
answer.
all night long.
Yes.
My gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. So right, it can't be wrong. Rockin' and rollin' all week long.
All week long.
All week long.
Well,
Okay.
then, okay, but also,
Cannot
so then
give the
I didn't
points.
but you shouldn't give me credit for the F Troop thing either,
I'll
because I
give you
didn't
after
really.
this was just the genesis of the game, but you're absolutely right. You shouldn't have. But I'm going to give it to you because there's a Homer.
But I'm going to.
There's a Homer section.
All right, so that I was wrong.
Let's do this because Jim.
David, I'm going to be gone next week. You still have to have some cred with people here.
All right, let's try. Now, what we're going to say is Jim's going to get the point for that one because he pointed that out and got it right. So we're at 6-6.
We're tied.
All right, now, who hold the board? This is for you.
Well, we're moving on now to the side.
To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Don't even need to play the
Move on
answer.
up.
Perfect.
Yep.
I can't stop him. He wants to keep on going. All right, Jim's got it. Go ahead.
After we're done here, look up Steve Harvey, Sister Odell.
Okay.
And you'll hear him sing all these songs we've been doing right now. So
Oh, wow.
It's from the Kings of Comedy routine.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
See, Jim
All
is.
right, let's keep it moving. I'm losing, Doug. Come
all
on.
right. This is a show way back when, from the 1960s, with a talking horse. See if you know the next one.
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course.
Unless, of course. Unless, of course, isn't that enough?
That's part of it.
No.
Jim, what do you got? Can throw it back to you.
That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed.
There you go. Can you play it, Mike?
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed.
There you go. What a great show, huh?
He's got it.
All right, we're going strong here. Right now, Jim just took the lead at 8-6.
Jim's going strong here.
Yes. And Jim just got that point, so he controls the board.
Right.
So, Jim, you'll know this for sure. You're going to know this show. It's a favorite of ours. But do you know the next line?
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
I think you just played the answer.
Wait, I know the next line.
You were going to ask me to do, because in the Next Generation it says boldly go. You know, see, in Star Trek it says where no man has gone before, but in Next Generation it says boldly go where no one has
Correct.
gone before.
Exact. That was going to be the trick. No man. So I'm going to give you that.
Wait, how?
I have to give that to him, because that's exactly what it was. Exactly. Even though...
but I could argue that the next line was...
You know what? Go, give it to David.
No. What I'm going to do, though, I will give the point to you, but I'm going to give the control of the board to David Cohen.
Okay,
and
good.
we'll go number 9. This is going to be a tough one.
My name is Barry Allen.
Anything else after that?
No, it's the Flash, but I don't know that. First of all, it's not a song.
You
He's talking.
wanted it to be hard. You got it hard, brother.
Yeah.
All right, let's. Jim, do you have any idea the continuation of that?
Yes, and if you watch my show, it will not get canceled. No?
No, not it. Let's just play it for kicks. We'll play the answer.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
That's
not a song, man. That's
it.
not fair.
Oh, but you watch that show every week. We talk about it all the time.
I know, but...
You binged that show. All right, we've got 2 minutes left in this round. This is a favorite show of mine. Who's going to control the board? I'm going to continue with David Cohen on this. Let's sing the next line.
I'm twisted up inside, but nonetheless I feel the need to stay. I don't know the future.
Yes, don't know the...
No clue.
Jim, Goldberg's.
Is getting brighter every day.
Mike.
But the past keeps getting clearer every day.
It's wrong.
There it is. Don't know the future.
He said... No, but Jim said something.
I'm wrong.
He's wrong. So we've got 9 to 6.
Sorry, Jim. I'm just getting desperate here.
No. I'm with you. I'd be doing the same thing.
All right, 1 minute to go in this section. Closing in on it for David
my
Cohen.
claws down today.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky.
Yes,
Now,
David Cohen.
whoa.
That's David Cohen. Next line.
They're all together, ookie. I don't know. Is that it? The Addams Family.
It is. Jim, you had an issue.
Yes, that was in the game. That was the first song in the game.
It sure was, but that was the name, that tune. Now we had to fill in the blank, and ookie was an odd line, but I knew David Cohen would
You ever
get that.
thought about how did Thing move from room to room? Was he like a snake? Did
He's stalling because he has the lead, Doug. I don't like this. He's stalling. What's the score?
20
I got a point
seconds.
on that.
That's David Cohen has the control. 20 seconds.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like us, we had it made.
That's the answer, Mike.
Those were the days.
And you knew where you were there.
Perfect. On that, we'll be right back on Everything Old is New Again. The score is 9-8 on the challenge of the decade.
Who's winning?
Everything Old is New Again. Jim Guidi's winning.
All right.
We'll be right back after this. Listen to that applause.
all the way from California.
Love it. All right.
Now, back to America's entertainment pop culture talk show. Everything Old is New Again with Douglas Viviani and David Cohen.
Welcome back to Everything Old is New Again, the game show version. We are here with David Cohen, challenged by none other than Jim Guidi of KVGC in Jackson, California, the morning man, the general manager, the gentleman that puts on and authorized Everything Old is New Again to be broadcast at least for one more week on his station Saturday and Sunday nights at 6 o'clock. Jim, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, we got to switch now from the last game, which was Sing the Next Line. We're going to go back to What's the game? The Price is Right? No, we're going to go back to, what was that?
Name that tune.
Name that tune. So, right now, when we leave off...
find a third format? I mean, what... Is it
That's why he was struggling. I was trying to think of another name for it. David Cohen has got 8 points, but controls the board. Jim's got 9. At this point, name that tune. Let's start with clip number 10. Oh,
no,
now we're going to say this is a show that was on the air till about 5 years ago and was on HBO. David Cohen, count.
9 seconds.
Jim.
3 seconds.
Nice. David.
Go ahead, Jim.
Number 10.
Sopranos.
There you go. He got it. He got it without even playing the clip. I gave too much of a hint away. All right.
I'm psycho. I can read people's minds.
I promise I did not give you the answer to that on our morning presentation on Saturday morning.
No, but come on. Everybody knows what that was.
A little too jump the gun there.
All right. Now, this is a trick question now, this next one. You have to tell me what season, not only what the song is, but what season was this the title or the theme song for this show? And it was a show in the 1960s. Jim, you've got control.
9 seconds.
I got to go for it here. 3 seconds.
Jim?
Go for it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I have it's Lost in Space.
What season?
Season 1?
No, Jim.
Season 2.
No, season 3. We'll give no point to that one, but that's why it's a little tricky. David, you getting a little more of a challenge now, or no?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aha! Let's try this again. This is an Addams Family type of show from the 60s. Jim, you control. No. Yeah. Who got the point there? No one got the point. All right, so it goes back to David. You have the control of the board. How many seconds?
3.
3. Jim?
1.
I know he's going to get this. 1 second.
Don't tell Munsters.
There you go. Jim's got the Munsters. I would love to play that whole song for the remaining time that we have, but we'll continue because that's a great song.
This is a blowout. I'm so far behind.
It is, but I think you could turn it around at any time. Jim, you control the board. This is a song. This is a show that was on HBO. Is a comedy. How many seconds? Theme song.
7 seconds.
Okay.
1 second.
Name it.
Wow. 1 second. David Cohen.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, you're making a little bit of a comeback. Let's keep going. David, you own the board here. This is a show from the 1950s. That's all I'm going to say.
3 seconds.
No. Jim?
Name it.
3 seconds.
Honeymooners.
There you go. That was an easy one. All right, you control the board. This is a show that was in the 60s and they're making movies about now.
1 second.
Wow. Guess that's going to be... David Cohen got that board for 1 second.
I know it.
I'm going to give you 5 seconds.
Mission Impossible.
Yes, it is. Wow, down to the wire. We have a tie game at present. And if you know how much time we have, Mike, and keep an eye on the clock. Otherwise, let's go to a modern day show. It's on the air right now as we speak. Who owns the board? That is...
I'm going to go for the win here. 1 second.
It's not the win, but okay.
It's the win of that one. Is there another segment?
Oh, there's another segment. Oh, yes.
Ah, okay.
All right.
So, all right, I'll take the... I'll stick with the 1 second.
All right, let's hear it. Number 16. David Cohen. 5 seconds.
Not enough. I don't know.
Don't have it. All right, let's hear it for 3 seconds for Jim. And it's coming up, Jim. Jim, do you have that one?
I can barely hear it. I'm
play one more time, a little louder. Anything, Jim?
Jaws.
No. All right, 5 seconds for David Cohen.
Okay,
5 seconds.
I'll hear it out. Yep. I think I know it, though.
Modern day show. It's on right now. Great show.
Is it Daredevil?
No, it's not Daredevil. Oh! No, it's Gotham. We're still Gotham. Anybody watch Gotham?
Oh!
All right, we've got, I think, an easy one, a cartoon from the 1960s. Let's see who else. Still, David, you still have control of the board.
1960s cartoon.
Yep.
All right, 3 seconds.
Interesting. Jim? You might be able to do it in 1 second.
Come on, Jim.
Yeah, 1 second.
All right, Jim's got it nice and loud for Jim. 1 second. Did you hear that?
Do one more time.
Yeah.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Close, very close. David Cohen, give it to you for 3 seconds. Let's see if he can get it. David Cohen, no.
I know the tune. I can't think.
Boy, he wanted a challenge. He's got it, this kid. Jim, 5 seconds.
Underdog.
Oh,
was that
Jim?
too late?
That was too late. Jim, what do you got?
I think it's Underdog.
That's what happens. You can't.
What do you mean that's what
I'm already
happened?
playing the next clip for the next guy. You can't yell out
You
the.
just invented the show. What do you mean that's what happened?
I invented, I host, and I rule. That's what I love about it. So right now, Jim Guidi is at 12. David Cohen is at 11. Everything old is new again. We'll be right back right after these messages to continue and find out the champion trivia of all time. East Coast or West Coast? New York or California?
So Jim's up, right? He's
right now,
lead.
Jim's up by 1, 12, 11.
Hey, but Jim, you're really good at this, man. That's pretty good.
All right, so we. All right, sing the next line, Mike, is what we're going to play this round. So anytime you're ready, I know he's got to do his thing.
Sing the next line.
This is Everything Old is New Again, America's entertainment pop culture talk show with Douglas Viviani and David Cohen.
Welcome back. Oh, it's loud. There we go. Welcome back to Everything Old is New Again. This is Douglas Viviani. I am moderating the I would say the challenge of the decade for trivia of the West Coast with Jim Guidi of KVGC Radio in Jackson, California, the morning man, the station manager, and the gentleman we've had the privilege of spending the last 3 segments with. We're going to spend next week with him as well. Jim, welcome back.
Thank you.
You're leading right now, beating David Cohen of Everything Old is New Again on the East Coast at 12 to 11. We're going to switch again now to sing the next line. That's going to be the game that's going to continue for the next few minutes, and we are going to have a winner possibly at the end of this section of who is the best trivia for TV theme songs. Let's try the first one. Let's see. Jim controls the board at this point. Jim, the question is for you to listen to this beginning of a theme song and tell us the next line. Go right ahead.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
There we go. That's number 13. Number 13, David Cohen is sweating. I can see the sweat coming off his brow as we speak at this point. Little upset that he is now does not own the rights at present to the trivia question for theme songs, but he might get it back with this one.
It can turn at any minute.
Exactly.
It can turn at any minute.
Unless I delay some more until the time runs out when Jim still has the lead. Anyway, we're going to go with this one, Mike, at number 14. David Cohen, you've got the opportunity to get this.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Hello.
Spins a web. Is that enough?
This is the man that thought the challenge was not difficult enough.
Does whatever Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spins a web.
Jim, can you fill in the blank? No. Yes.
Is it? Yeah, no.
All right, play it for us, Mike. Let's see what we got.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
I did say spins a web. That's
You didn't get all the
next
line. I can't give you a point, but I can
Why?
say to you, you continue to control the board. This one you should get. This is a show that is a spin-off of Happy Days. Let's see if you can get this one.
Give us any chance, we'll take it. With us any rule, we'll break it.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make our dreams come true.
I think you've got it. Let's play that and make sure. There you go. He's got it. We're very close. 13-12. What's that? Is that Jim?
No, I think it goes on "Doing It Our Way" or something like that.
Oh, we wanted to get extra credit. Jim was. It was good.
He's stalling again.
We have a few minutes left. We're going to continue with this and go to Jim. You have the control of the board at this point. And actually, you just aren't. David has control.
I got the point.
Yes, so David.
This is to go back.
We go back in this game. We go back.
Go back to Jim.
Yeah. So Jim has the control at this point. Let's see if you can name the next line or sing the next line to this one.
On November 13th, Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife.
Jim, next line.
Pass.
Oh.
With nowhere else to go, he turned to his childhood friend.
I don't know if that's
On November 13th, Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife. Deep down, he knew she was right.
Wrong.
You were wrong, David. You were wrong. All right, now this goes back to David Cohen. Has the chance to tie the game with this one. You're going to love this.
Dr. Bruce Banner, melted by gamma rays, turned into the Hulk.
Ain't he unglamorous?
Now, that is so incredibly obscure, but I have to give you credit for knowing that. We've talked about that a number of times, a little bit of a cheat there, because we've talked about that line in a few of our shows in the past.
Yes.
But it's fortuitous. That's the home field advantage. It's 13-13.
It's time.
Jim, we've got the challenges continuing. This is a show, one of my favorites from the 80s, an odd superhero show. See if you know the next line to this one.
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world.
Jim?
The Greatest American Hero, right?
Yes, that's correct.
No.
Oh. David Cohen.
I mean, I don't know, but I'll take a guess. Is this where it goes, believe it or not, I'm walking
Let's find out. Let's play the answer. Let's see, Mike.
Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. Should have been somebody else.
Should have been somebody else.
Somebody else.
There we go. What that's one of those shows that the theme song is better than the show. Am I wrong?
You're
Well,
right.
I think the theme song actually was a hit, wasn't it?
It was a hit.
Even George Costanza left it on his answering machine in Seinfeld, remember? Believe it or not, George is not home. Right.
That's you're not getting extra credit for that, but you should.
Darn it.
That was worthwhile. No, Jim's right. That song was premiered on that show and then went straight to the Billboard charts to number one.
Yeah.
Wow.
The show didn't. The song did. All right, now who owns control? Now that was
He got that. Jim got it wrong.
correct. So David Cohen, you have the last sing the next line. We may have to go back to name that tune, but the last sing the next line. We are at 13-13. Sing the next
Mockingbird
line.
Lane. No.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed.
David he's shaking his
Come
head.
on, David.
Can I hear it again?
Oh, that's such a
Come and
nice.
listen to a story about a man
Then one
named
day he was
Jed. A poor
shooting at the
mountaineer
food
barely
and
kept
up
his
through
family
the ground
fed.
came a bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Come on, man.
You know what? Play the full song in a little bit, and let's see if Jim's got all that. We got the full song here, Mike. Let's go for this. A little.
Come and listen to a story about a
great
man
song.
named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude. Oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and...
Now, it sounds like that. Instead of Jed, that might be an anonymous name or a synonymous name to you, Jim. Because that guy, he hit gold and moved to California. Is that what happened to you? Is that why you know all the words to this song?
No, actually, I recorded. My wife will vouch for me. 129 episodes of the Beverly Hillbillies on Dish Network, and then when we switched receivers, I lost them all.
Oh, what a shame.
So now you reenact them every night by memory? Is that what
Sing
happens?
it every night. Yeah.
That was good, man. That was good.
That was great. Welcome to everything. Oh, well, thank you for being on. Welcome to the challenge of the decade. Jim Guidi is now at 14. David Cohen is at 13. What we're going to do is, since this is such a heated rivalry on everything
it's
old
like
is
a
new
heavyweight
again.
match.
It really is.
It's going back and forth. Well, it's not going back and forth. Jim keeps taking the lead. I keep creeping up.
We are going to come back next week on Everything Old is New again with Jim. Could you come back next week and challenge us for the championship of all time of TV theme songs?
Absolutely.
All right, we
so
will
he
do
doesn't
that.
win?
He wins for this week, but we're going to continue one.
What does that mean?
This game has been so much fun. We're going to continue, and next week we're continuing at 14-13. We're going to continue. Right now, Jim from the West Coast of. Here, listen.
Thank you.
He brought his own applause with him.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back on Everything Old is New again next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you need to tune in. There he goes. You've been listening to Everything Old is New Again, America's pop culture entertainment talk show. Find us on the web at everythingoldisnewagain.biz. That's .biz.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.